Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ellison Cruz, and I'd like to welcome you to the end of Hey Pikmin. At long last, we have reached Sector 9, and we've actually returned to a bit of a familiar place. Although it's mostly a name, the Fragment of Hope is exactly what we need to take on this final boss. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's actually kind of incredible compared to everything else we've seen in this game, but with all of these phallic-looking spiky vines blocking the way behind us, I guess you could say it's a real cockblock. Let's move forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Berserk Leech Hydro. This guy is a monumental boss for the ages, probably one of the most incredible ones in any Pikmin game yet, and it's very impressive. It's just a shame that it had to be wasted on this game. Now, he's gonna get himself stuck in the ground, so go ahead and send all your Pikmin right there. Let him breakdance on his head. And then be careful. Avoid the poison. This is a very long fight, and losing any Pikmin will cause you to need to restart because, well, if you want to get that special gold statue, having any dead Pikmin in your party is not the way to go. But they do give you the full 20 reds, and that is all you're going to need. Now just wait for the shadow, and there we go. Get out of the way, and here it is. His health seems to be going down pretty quickly, doesn't it? Except for right there. Because he has a second phase. Eat your heart out, Shadow of the Colossus, because this asshole just grew 4 chicken-ass legs here, and I am not looking forward to fighting this because, well, you gotta take care of the soles of his feet, 2 of them, in order to bring him down. Not very difficult, but it's kind of scary because it doesn't seem like it works very well. Why are your weak points on the bottom of your feet? That seems like a very inconvenient weak spot, if I do say so myself. But he's a little bit tougher because, well, he's going to be a little bit more sporadic with shooting his poison. It's not fun. Not fun, I say. Oh boy. Okay, we're almost done. This phase, I swear to God. It's just, the poison is the thing that's going to get you if you're not careful. But go ahead and rinse and repeat. Obviously, it's not going to be that difficult to do. But, man, the music in this fight is so good. I was listening to it on the OST, and it's just incredible. But with that, we've taken down his health to nothing. Whew. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, this final form asshole of a boss took it upon himself to take a page out of the great book of Dave Grohl and Tom Petty and learning to fly, and he's gonna try and kill us with it, along with inexplicable gusts of wind that didn't make any sense. Go ahead and wait for the shadow thing again, and then we're gonna go ahead and feed him some Pikmin for breakfast. Now this is where it gets really irritating, is this phrase right here. Just wait for some of that. See, the doesn't make any sense. And then he flies away. Like a jerk. Go figure. Into the background. However, this time he is now equipped with a goddamn laser. That is very accurate. So go and run the length of the screen, and hopefully you don't get killed. Alright, so that's only 2. More gust of wind, hooray! Way to go. We'll go over here, forward, get some stuff off his chest. Okay, hopefully this is exactly what we need. If I'm not mistaken, he will snap multiple times. Yep. Now, put the last of the Pikmin on him and this won't take him out. I guarantee that it will! Oh. Great work, Captain Olimar. The ship part is ours. I feel bad for the creature we had to take it from. I have no explicable reason why I would be, but at least the part itself seems to be intact. Now there's nothing stopping us from going home to Hakatate. Let's get that part in place so we can take off. Yeah, let's do that. Captain Olimar, it's time to head out. At long last, we'll be home soon. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we conclude Hey Pikmin at long last. And it looks like Ori wanted to be part of the finale because you could probably hear him purring throughout the entirety of everything that was going on there. Now this game, I had really high hopes for. I figured if anybody could do a side-scrolling Pikmin game, it might be Nintendo. And I didn't quite catch who actually did the game. It's probably going to show up here at some point, but I just feel like they fell short across the board. Aside from the music and some of the locales, there's just a lot with this game that didn't feel like it had the same charm of Pikmin, because I absolutely adore that series. It's difficult, it's strategic, and it's nothing like this. That's not to say it's a terrible game, it's just one that I really wish I didn't start, because had I played maybe an hour or two prior to the project, I most likely would not have gone through with it. There were some redeeming factors, like the music is really nice and some of the backgrounds are fantastic, but overall it just lacked that Pikmin charm that made anything enjoyable about the series translate well into a side-scrolling puzzle game, more or less. And for that, I can kind of say I commend them. I can't think of very many ways that they could make this kind of game good at all in being, you know, side-scrolling. But for the most part, I'm relatively glad I did it. This would be my third Pikmin game on the channel, aside from Pikmin 3, and it's something that I probably would have done regardless, but it was alright. I felt like it was a slog to get through, especially with having been doing, it's Arzest. That's their name. Olimar couldn't wait to get home to spend time with his family, and indeed, fate had plans for our intrepid captain. A welcome sight snapped him out of his daydream. Thanks for everything, Pikmin. So we made it home, and Ori is purring, and he's very content that Captain Olimar got to make it back. Whew. But man, that boss fight was a doozy. I died straight up like 30 times. There's gonna be a montage of that at the end, since this is, I guess, the finale, the actual end of the game. I'm so ready to put this down. Although I'm gonna have to pick it back up for, you know, Bravely Default purposes. But we have completed 100% on file A, so we'll go and copy it right there. And let's take a look and see what we get for that, because I've never actually done it prior to this video. Every course has been cleared with every treasure and every Pikmin still alive, so that's why we have those little statues there. But if we head to, let's say, Sector... what one have we not been to in a while? I guess some of these early ones. Let's go to Sector 1. Let's go and see what's going on there in the Brilliant Garden. The Brilliant Garden of Hope. And if I'm not mistaken, we've got all this lovely nonsense going on. Let's take a look at our logs. This is something I kind of wanted to make videos for, but I don't think it's really necessary. I can just kind of go over a little bit of it at a time, because we have several different factions. We have the Pikmin, where we could actually, you know, look at the Pikmin and their traits and stuff. And if you see on the bottom screen, this down arrow lit up, which it is not lighting up for any of them, Olimar will have a little quip, a personal one. So the one I tried at the Onion made some red Pikmin when using the red pellet. This has nothing to do with pellets, but don't red Pikmin give you a warm feeling inside to look at? Sorry if that's an awkward question, you don't have to answer. So it still has a little bit of that charm in it, but it's not nearly as good as some of the other treasure entries in previous titles. It's actually nowhere near, but the blue pellets, they're as blue as the sky here. I get homesick sometimes, and looking up at the sky helps a little. It reminds me somewhere beyond that vast sky is my home planet of Hakatate. So they're not usually very introspective, but some of them are interesting. Now, with all of these creatures, oh boy, we have actually discovered every single one. But right here, check it out. If the game would load, thank you. Normally, this is a harmless species of plant life. We only found out later that it grew vicious because of the sparklium converter that fell from the ship during the crash landing, falling onto the leech hydro as it slumbered. The influx of energy sent its parasitic urges out of control. I know I'm to blame, ultimately. Yeah, you destroyed the hell out of this planet, Olimar. I'm telling you, the natural cycle of life is all fucked up because of you. Strictly speaking, this creature is only the part that takes over a plant to drain its nutrients. So, are you saying that he does not believe in symbiotic relationships? Apparently not. What a shock to see this harmless-looking thing emerge from that other terrible beast. The only time I was more surprised on this voyage was during my reunion with the Pikmin. So, yeah, I kind of was thinking, oh, don't be clawing the mic there, little fella. about going through all of these because some of them are decent. There was a couple of funny ones. I can't remember what they are now. One was this one, the flying spotted jelly float, spiny propeller. Let that be a lesson that greed never gets you far in life. You really like that mic, don't you? But we've also got all of the treasures as well, so that's really kind of nice, I guess. I hope I have them all, yeah. So it's interesting that this is our last treasure, technically, the ornamental cycle, aka the John Lennon shades. Nice. But yeah, I have no idea what this bottom, like this fourth circle is supposed to be. I'm assuming it has something to do with, goddamn amiibos, and since I'm on a first generation 3DS, it's very unlikely that I'll pay like however much it costs, like $30 for an amiibo NFC reader for an old system. It's just not really worth my time, and I don't have any Pikmin amiibo. I only have like 2 Zelda ones, one that I got for Christmas 4 years ago, and another one that's from Twilight Princess, that's right. It might work, but I don't really care to bother with that. There's probably enough videos of people exploring that notion, but for whatever reason, I thought there would have been something more special for completing the game with all statues, all things. Nothing in Pikmin Park, I'd imagine. So it's a bit of a letdown, ultimately, I think. Game? Okay, for some reason, Pikmin Park took a really long time to spawn in, but yeah, nothing here either. That's very strange. Also, none of the red Pikmin that we got from the boss fight joined us here. What the hell? Yeah, that is some salty icing on the cake, but I'm satisfied. I did everything that I wanted to do here, and then some. This project is officially over. I don't plan on coming back to much of it, but if anybody wants to see the logs, then let me know and I'd be happy to show them. I don't know if I would read them all. I feel like that'd be a very boring episode, unless you just wanted to fall asleep to it, but there's no multiplayer aspect to this game, and there's not really any reason to continue playing unless you want to get 1 million Sparklium, or should I say 10 million, is what they're asking for. I don't even have 1% of that. Actually, what is... Okay, I have like 4% of that, and that's from playing through the entire game and getting all of the treasures. Like I said, each treasure will be worth significantly less the second time you collect them all around, so you're going to be spending a lot of time doing that. Unless you want to go to doing the Sparklium Fountain minigames, then I don't really see any reason to continue playing. It has very limited replayability, and for the most part, I'm just going to be glad to put it away for good and move on to my next project, which, like I said, I really want to return to Bravely Default, and I have 2 others in the pipeline that I've been meaning to record, but in the meantime, Sarah and I have been playing Overcooked, and we've also been doing a variety of other games. We're going to get back to Borderlands eventually, and then I'm actually going to be continuing Zelda after this too, but needing to edit through all of these videos, it might take a minute, so thank you so much for stopping by, watching whenever you could, and if you enjoyed it, then thank you for enjoying. I don't know. I feel like it's very difficult to make a game like this interesting. I normally am a huge fan of side-scrolling puzzle games, but this one just was a chore, and I hope I didn't bore you to death. So, but in the horizon, I do plan on doing Pikmin 3, and I'm hoping that that gets the taste of this game out of my mouth, because right now I just don't feel like playing another Pikmin game. If this was a child's first experience with the game, I'm so sorry. But if this in any way helped you in beating any of the levels, I'm, again, really sorry. But anyways, I've been kind of talking a lot here. I have no idea why you're still here, but thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate it a lot. My name is Ellison Cruz. Aurea is now sleeping on my 3DS, and then half of his head is on my hand, so it's a little awkward and I don't want to move him. Otherwise he's just going to go biting my ankles or trying to tear down the Christmas tree. You know, that sort of thing. But thank you so much once again. If I have any updates on this, like if I figure out why the hell it's so underwhelming, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Although nobody's gonna care. Anyways, enough. Can I please just end the game? Once again, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys for my next project, whatever it might be. Definitely not a side scroller. See you guys then. Alright, Smothering Crust Black. I know that's not your name, but I don't care. Dumbass Pikmin. I hate them so much. They're the worst. Alright, yeah, they are not the fastest troop. I'm telling you guys right now. Alright, let's do this. Ooh, I thought that was gonna miss. Alright, alright. No! And something that's equally stupid about this level is that things don't spawn until after you see them on screen. They're not set on cycles. It's just when your screen goes into their point of vision, then they'll attack. Some people might argue that that is a thing that is decent, but I guess we're doing this the old-fashioned way. But this part kind of is. Get your reds ready and prepare yourself for a one-on-one fight against the Mokui. You want to make sure you lure him over here because there's a little cave entrance that will block your Pikmin from doing breakdancing on his head. If I can... Oh, that is bad. That is bad aiming. The arc on these yellows is not good. But I was under the complete assumption that getting hit by one of these groinks with your fire red Pikmin, they will not die. Turns out, not exactly the case. They will perish so fast. Damn it. When we last saw the fire-flinging groinks, I was under the impression that red Pikmin are actually impervious to those fire blasts, but it turns out they're not. Oh boy. Come back, come back. Why did you let yourself get killed? Okay, we're fine. We're gonna see a lot of bread bugs and other enemies that will try to impede our progress, obviously. But be very careful. Oh boy. No, no, no! And continue doing damage to him. The second phase really isn't that difficult at all until you take into consideration that some of these poison balls are a little annoying to read. Damn it. It's just awesome that this game actually finally starts getting, like, difficult. Except for the last level that... No. Damn. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This asshole has taken a page straight out of Tom Petty and Dave Grohl's rulebook of, wow, being a fucking cunt. Cut. Now, watch out for over here, because he's gonna start throwing out... Blah, 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 blah. You cocksucking bitch. I hate it. Awesome. Now this part sucks. We need to run this way. Thank you for not, oh boy, for not whistling there when I wanted him to really desperately. When he goes into the background, be careful, because now he all of a sudden has charging laser powers. Why? Oh, fuck off, you garbage boss. Hey, hey, hey. Get off, get off. God damn. Ori has joined the fray, so if I pause inexplicably to throw him off, then I apologize. Shit. What? Nice. Okay. So, almost done already, and I'm gonna let my Pikmin obviously get killed. That is fan-fucking-tastic.